What is up, you guys? Lemon Collecting. Today I'm doing a review, this time of the Marvel Legends Supervillains Red Skull. This is from the xemnu Build-A-Figure wave. I'm not going to be doing the whole wave because I'm not a huge fan of the Build-A-Figure. Well, I haven't got it yet, but obviously I'm just not sure I want that figure. And obviously the rest of the wave doesn't particularly appeal to me. I might get a couple more maybe. Anyway, I did want to get this Red Skull to go with my Hydra Soldier Army builders. So yeah, without further ado, let's look at the packaging first. As I say, let's get into it. See, interestingly, he does have a green background here, which I do think looks really nice. Yeah, it does set this figure apart from other ones on the shelf, as a lot of them don't have as backgrounds that pop as much as that one does. Especially with the Supervillains logo, and then with the Red Skull. You get a picture of comic Red Skull on the side holding the Tesseract. On the back, we get that same picture with some extra background detail. We get a read up the rest of the wave. And yeah, I just want to mention this whole world. It's got this cool sort of purple and green sort of vibe, and I do really like it. So let's get this figure open and look at the figure. So in terms of accessories, this figure, we are actually getting quite a lot more than we usually get with most figures, especially as a Build-A-Figure wave. As it does come with a big old Build-A-Figure piece, you know, quite a hefty one as well. This head, which does look really nice. I actually do kind of like the design, and it doesn't make me kind of want to get the whole Build-A-Figure, but it's a bit old. By that I mean like it's not exactly for sale everywhere, but yeah, anyway, I do think this looks quite nice with all the detailing and the head, so maybe I might get the rest of the wave. Anyway, that's what this review is about. It's about the Red Skull figure. So with this figure, we get 2 head sculpts. You get 1, 2, 3 pairs of hands. We get his gun and the Tesseract. First of all, let's look at the head sculpts. We get this sort of upset, sort of angry Red Skull, which looks quite interesting. All the detail in the sculpt on this figure is really nice. We do get this sort of dark washing over it to add the detail, the line. It's head very accurate to the comics depiction with these head sculpts, as I'll show here with the picture in the middle. So yeah, this head sculpt, like the big bones around the eyes and everything, that is very accurate. Yeah, he's sort of angry or sort of upset because he's lost. But yeah, I do really like that we had this head sculpt. And then we do get this massive grinning, smiling Red Skull as well, which again looks really nice with the detail. Its comparison, blue eyes look nice, all the teeth look nice, the paint's all good on there, looking pretty nice. So yeah, those head sculpts are nice. And in terms of hands, we get, first of all, we get a pair of sort of grabbing hands, holding the Tesseract, and for doing sort of grabbing poses, sort of resting hands, you may want to call them as well. We also do get a pair of fisted hands here, looking pretty nice. These are just, you know, they don't have much detail on them. You get right and left written on the hands there. But yeah, because they are, you know, just comic, fairly basic gloves he's wearing, but we do get a nice amount of detail. And yeah, I do think these look nice. And we also get the third pair of hands is the weapon holding or / gun holding hands, which look nice. They do have the vertical hinge instead of horizontal, which is nice to have, so you can pose him better holding his gun. So you do get the trigger. We do get 2 of these hands, which is nice to have the option to have them on either hand. Talking about the gun, here it is, looking really nice. Sort of pistol, sort of Uzi silencer, whatever you want to call it, design, but clearly it's just supposed to be a sort of futuristic sort of gun. I believe you've seen this before. I'm not sure where. It might have been a Star-Lord, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do believe we have seen it before. But we do get this Hydra print, which I believe was not there the last time we saw it. So that does look really nice. All the sculpting looks nice, and yeah, I do really like the fact they've added that Hydra logo. Lastly, but definitely not least, we do get a Tesseract, which is really nice to have. Not too much detail on it, it's just a moulded cube in translucent blue plastic, but you know, I do think it is really nice to have, and I can't wait to pose him having the Tesseract. So here is the whole figure fully out of the packaging, and I've got to say, already I'm really liking this figure. Very comic accurate version of the character, but nonetheless still very awesome looking. So in terms of the body mold, I do really like it. We do get this sort of very military jumpsuit here, in the nice green with the brown boots, and you get the sash in the middle, the Hydra band around his arm. I just do really like this this body mold and the paint job and everything, just to make the character. So again, a close look, like I said, that head sculpt looks nice. Below it we do get the neck joint, which does have his red skull neck there, and then it does cut onto this it's not sure what you call it, sort of jumpsuit, sort of military clothing. We do get the collar there on his neck, and interestingly, he does have the joint up here, but he also has a joint here, which is very interesting, and I'll show you more in the articulation segment. But onto there we do get these, not sure the technical name for them, I'm not, I'm not a sort of textiles person, but yeah, the thing, you do see a lot of military clothing over the shoulders. They look nice, might be nice to get a little bit of paint, but I imagine they would be the same colour anyway. You get some nice sculpted detail of the sort of ruffling on the neck. The back looks the same, looks really nice. The arms, we do get this bunched up material, which does look really good, very classic military look, very good for the original character that it's obviously based on. Then we get this cool yellow band that goes all the way around, no issues with paint there, and the Hydra logo, which has come off looking perfect. Clearly they printed it, obviously, but yeah, printing has gone perfectly on this figure. Moving down, we get all this bunched up material, looks really nice around there. We get this black sash, which has got some sculpted detail to it, which is nice again. So we'll get these bunched up trousers around there. It is very military uniform, and I do really like how they've done it. And then we go to these boots, try and bend the knees, you can see it better. And yeah, these nice brown boots, they look cool. Very, very typical military sort of World War II boots, the brown classic boots. And I do think, yeah, they do think these look really nice. And with a bit of bunching there. I mean, you get the detail on there and on the soles and on there. So yeah, really nice figure. And yeah, there's not loads of detail to go into, but obviously this figure is the comic figure, so it's not like a modern live action movie figure where all the costumes are super detailed and intricate. And I do really like the sort of simplistic designs, and I do think they are, very good, especially compared to the other designs. You don't have to have super intricate design, detail and everything to get a nice looking character or figure. You can just have the very simplistic and still have an amazing looking figure. And also, yeah, I didn't mention the green hands look well with the dark green suit, and they also fit the theme of the wave with the green. So yeah, that is what I think of the styling. I love it. Let's get on to the rest of it. So in terms of the gun, you can put it into his gun holding hand. Just to do that, you just pop this hand out fairly easily. I did knock over a light when I pulled that hand out, but it's not too bad. It's not any of the other figure, that was my fault. Anyway, yes, you just plug the gun holding hand in. Looks pretty good there. Like I said before, it's got a horizontal joint. And you just grab the gun and you port it in like that, which yeah, looks really nice. Looking really cool. Yeah, that looks great for Red Skull. Really awesome there. So then the Tesseract, that here, you just grab one of these hands and you just have to sort of push it in, smush it in. You're just gonna have to move a couple of these fingers, but yeah, it's fine. It's just the plastic will move out of the way. And there we go. Sorry, the gun was probably blocking out, but yeah, there he is holding the Tesseract and the gun. And yeah, I do think this looks really cool. Definitely really like this. I definitely really like the way this looks. The Tesseract, super glad they added it. I wouldn't have been surprised if they, hadn't added stuff like that to save money, but I'm really glad they did, as it really just make this figure just an amazing figure overall. And there, I'll show you how it fits into the left hand as well, because I think they are slightly different maybe. And if you want to change the head sculpt, you just pop this head off pretty easily, and then you put this head on. This one isn't as easy to get on as the other one, but there we go. I think I've got that on, and yeah, looks really nice as well. So in terms of articulation, the head moves that far back and that far forward. Also, like I said before, it has the double ball joint with the bit inside as well, so that moves both ways, and then it will move around the head. But it also has this neck articulation here, which would be really nice to see all these extra points of articulation from Hasbro. Really interesting. So yeah, you can sort of have him tilted really far to the left or right, and yeah, I do really like how that looks. You can have his neck forward, but his head straight, or the other way around, and yeah, it looks really nice. I'm glad they added that. The arms move up that far, and you get the swivel at the bicep. You get double jointed elbow. You get the hand swivel and the hinge. A bit stiff on that one, and like I said, this one does hinge a different way because it is a gun holding hand. And then move down to the waist. We get the ab crunch forward that far, backwards that far. I'm not too great on the ab crunch, but it is really open, so it's really obvious. But yeah, not too much of a big deal. Do you get the waist swivel? Legs come out that far, which is really nice. Further than some sort of acrobatic figures. Click forward that far. Not really back at all. They could get a little bit forward, you can move out to the side, but that doesn't really count it. Anyway, you get the thigh swivel, double bend at the knee, that one's really stiff. Then we get the boot swivel, get the hinge forward that far. That doesn't want to hinge. Let's try this one. Yeah, these do not want to hinge backwards that far. That one still doesn't want to hinge, and then you get the ankle pivot. So these are really stiff, but I think the hinge probably just one click forward because I can't see the slider right there, but maybe not, that one doesn't want to go at all. This one will, yeah, I think that's the max. It will go forward and then it will go back that far, like I said before. So yeah, overall this is shaping up to be a really, really great figure. Unfortunately, I don't have the 80th anniversary Captain America to compare it to, so that is slightly unfortunate, but you know, I do have my Hydra Army Builder figures, which I can't wait to have him posing with. I've got 3 of them, so you know, it will look great. Speaking of that, let's get into the comparisons. So here he is next to a Hydra Army Soldier, looking nice, ready to lead them. One thing I wish was that yellow on the armband did match the sort of yellowy orange of the Hydra Soldier, and that would be nice, but yeah, that's not, you know, always possible. Anyway, yeah, I was realising these Hydra Army Builder figures, Army Builder figures, not Army Builder figures, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm having a problem with these legs on all of them. They're all bent, and they were bent from when I opened them, which is slightly annoying. But this one's the worst. Look at that, look at that leg. I tried fixing them with the hairdryer technique and everything, and none of them will work. I believe this one's got a similar problem as well. Slightly hard to see, but yeah, it's still there. On the left leg this time. So yeah, it's quite annoying, but you know, it shouldn't affect it too much. So like I said, I do not have the 80th anniversary Captain America figure, unfortunately. I don't actually have any comic book Captain America figures, so Hasbro released another one. But yeah, here he is next to the Civil War cap from the MCU line. I do have some other caps from Gameverse, but I thought, you know, this one looked good. Yeah, but they don't exactly go together, because obviously this is comic, and that is MCU. Now let's get into the posing. So yeah, overall really do like this figure. Looks really great with the army builders, and yeah, I can't wait to get this posing done and looking great. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next review, which will be of the MODOK figure, which will be very interesting. So I'll see you then. Please like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.